official podcast of the Jacksonville Public Library.
I'm Hurley Winkler.
And I'm Jenna Hassel.
We have an exciting episode today talking all about summer adventures.
Summertime.
Woo-hoo. Woohoo!
School's out.
School is out
for summer.
We have Terry Mashore of Fun4FirstCoastKids.com coming on the show today.
Yes, Terry is wonderful. She helps us so much with marketing for the library. Her website is huge. She has an amazing following on social media, and they are always giving us free ads and trades and stuff like that, and it just is awesome because we have all the free activities here at the library, and she promotes all the free activities in Jacksonville, so it's just a perfect marriage.
For sure. If you're a parent or a caretaker or hanging out with a kid at all, you need to check out their website, Fun4FirstCoastKids.com, because they have amazing calendars and updates on things to do for families and kids, so don't miss that.
Yes. Did you go to the library as a kid, Hurley?
All the time. Did you?
Yes, I did.
My home branch was Regency Square branch. Shout out Regency.
Whoop, whoop.
I also spent a great deal of time at the Beaches Branch Library, which is now my home branch. So I've been a library lover since before I could walk and talk, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not grow up in Jacksonville, unfortunately. I grew up in a small town called Niceville, Florida.
It's not fake. It's a real place.
That is,
even though Niceville sounds like a fake place,
yes,
it's
go
real.
Go ahead, snicker now.
It is real.
Get your laughs out. It's a real place, and it's awesome. But we are also not blessed with 21 library branches like you are here in Jacksonville. I had one library to choose from.
Ooh, rough.
I know.
Rough.
So we didn't have the plethora of activities going on every day like you guys do here, but it was still amazing. I mean, I remember going all the time in the summer. The children's park was right next door. I know. So we'd get all sweaty and crazy on the playground and then go in and go to story time. So,
you know, that sounds really nice.
It was nice.
In Niceville. Nice in Niceville. And our producer, Brian. Hey, what's up, producer Brian? Producer Brian also grew up here in Jacksonville, and his home branch was Webb Westconnett Regional. Whoop, whoop.
Ooh, shout out, Webb.
Lots of Jacksonville Public Library love for the summer. And bring your kids in this summer. Sign up for the Summer Reading Challenge.
Yes.
We want you guys to be reading for 15 minutes every day.
Every day. And that starts with you parents. You know, you got to sit down and read as well. Get those kids encouraged and get them reading, you know. You're the examples.
For sure. So without further ado, here is Terry Mashore of Fun for First Coast Kids. Terry, thank you so much for joining us on Completely Booked today. We're excited to have you on.
I am so stoked to be here. This is the coolest thing ever. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So first of all, tell us a little bit about your favorite things about summertime. We want to know what your family's up to this summer and what you guys are doing.
Well, you know, we like to go on a bunch of adventures. So there's like what we want to do, and then there's like reality. But we've started out trying to do lots of adventures. So we went to Boneyard Beach for the first time. Have you guys been there?
Yes.
I haven't. No.
Really?
No. What is it?
One of the best kept secrets in Jacksonville, I think. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, because I think people don't know how to get there because there's no address. It's just like MapQuest just kind of ends on the map, and you just have to find it. But it's pretty easy. You just head to Big Talbot Island. You'll pass Black Rock Beach, which we didn't stop at, and then just to the right, further on to the right is Boneyard Beach. And what it is, it's a barrier island, and so it's eroded. So the oak trees that are there, which are gorgeous, the ones that are still there, they've fallen onto the sand and into the ocean. So the kids can just explore and climb and go over and under and in tide pools and catch crabs. And so we loved that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. You run a company called Fun for First Coast Kids. How did that first get started?
Well, we lived in Gainesville for a little while when I had my daughter. So for 2 straight years, we used the website in Gainesville. And when we moved back to Jacksonville, when I had my son, and we were like, okay, we need help with these kids, I was like, let's open one here. And it's such a good, organized, website. Not bragging on myself, just the way it's set up. Makes it really easy for families to find things to do. And since I knew it so well front to back, I was like, let's do it here. And it's just really taken off. It's just a huge website, huge Facebook page. And we have so much fun, like doing giveaways for people, just finding free fun, like especially for summer, like Cow Appreciation Day for Chick-fil-A is coming up in July, and National Flip-Flop Day and 7-Eleven Slurpee Day. So families just are so thankful to have all that information.
Yeah, we love it too, because everything we do at the library is free as well. And that's all you get, mostly what you guys promote. So we love working with Fun for First Coast Kids. And I don't think I knew that it was kind of a network. A lot of people, is it a Florida-based thing, or is it all across the country there where cities have these websites?
So it started in Gainesville, so there's a lot of them in Florida, and then there's some in North Carolina and Texas. And so it's really growing. And so we put every event for the library, and you guys keep us so busy. I don't know how you do it with all of the events you have and the adult events, not to mention all the trainings. So we have all that on our site, but you guys are so busy, especially for summer.
Yeah, well, we do have a pretty amazing programming team here. We're very lucky.
Yes. Yeah. They definitely give us a lot of material to work with too, to help promote and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty insane.
Yeah. So what are some of your favorite activities going on later this summer in like June and July?
Well, one thing I think is really cool is the brand new National Geographic exhibit at Mosh. It's all about adventure, and we went, and that's where we got the kind of persuasion to go on an adventure. It's all about different explorers and adventurers, and they've partnered with you guys. You have a book list to where you can read about all the different adventurers and kind of study before you go, and I thought that was awesome. And then, you guys did your summer reading program kickoff parties, and so we're definitely doing the summer reading program. We have one for the library, one at school, and that's so good to get the kids reading, because you come in, you get prizes and rewards, and so we're definitely trying to read and have that weekly visit to the library. And then, we're trying to do some hiking. There's a big hiking event on July 14th, and the River Keeper's going to be there, the Audubon Society, Sierra Club. So it's a great way to go on a hike with experts with the kids, so they'll help them bird and stuff. So just trying to be outdoors even though it's hot. And of course, we're doing lots of swimming because we're all about swimming lessons right now.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you mentioned your hiking programs with kids, and in addition to your work with kids, you're an avid hiker yourself. Tell us a little bit about the book you wrote, Backcountry Trails of Florida.
Yeah, so I used to work for the St. Johns River Water Management District, and I did prescribed burns. I responded to wildfires, and one of my favorite authors, Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings, one of the wildfires was near her historic home that's still in Cross Creek. And so one night we had to respond to a fire at 3 o'clock, and we fought it all night long before Christmas. So it was freezing outside before the wind changed the next day. And so it was going to be pushing towards her house, and we saved her house by burning out the marsh. We fought fire with fire to save her house, and all the residents of Cross Creek were kind of near her house and their properties with hoses ready to put water everywhere. So some of those experiences I share in my book, and all of the hiking trails in Florida. And a lot of those are here in Jacksonville. So Julington Durbin Preserve, which is a beautifully maintained property that's preserved forever, and it's a very busy hiking destination for Jacksonville and beyond. And so it was really cool to write this book and just share things I did every day. But it was really cool to people. I worked with cowboys, ranchers, just men in the woods, and so many women that we're all out fighting fires and putting fires on the ground to help nature.
That's amazing. My father was a forester, and my mom worked as a forestry technician, which is when they met. So, I grew up having my dad like in the big yellow firefighting, forest fire suit, and doing control burns. And on Take Your Daughter to Work Day, I went in the airplane to look for forest fires and stuff like that. So yeah, that's super cool. And my mom's a huge hiker. I've actually seen your book at REI here in Jacksonville. They had like a little display out front, and I was like, hey, there's Terry's book. That's really cool.
Yeah, I thought just my mom would buy it, and then REI's like, we need more. I'm like, really? Like, that's weird. But I'm so thankful that people are so interested.
It's a good niche too. I mean, Jacksonville is huge, and so being able to find those, off the beaten trail hiking trails is really, I think, a good resource for us here.
Absolutely. What are some summer hikes you recommend for families?
Well, I would definitely try Julington Durban because it's 2,000 acres of wilderness, and it's really unique because it's a sandhill. So it's literally basically a mountain for Florida. It's 35 feet above sea level, and definitely July 14th is a great time to go hiking. But we also have a lot of nice beach properties. So like Hanna Park, you can hike and then go to the beach because it's just so hot. So you want to have like a water destination. There's one called Thomas Creek in North Jacksonville. And I'm trying to think. But, we do have the largest urban park system in the United States just because Duval County is so big. So there's Jack's Parks with the city. There's state parks. Timucuan National Park is free, and it has a big indoor education center, and that's free. So there's plenty of hiking for families.
A lot of families are on a budget these days, and summer fun can come with a price tag. So what are some of your favorite free summer activities to do in the area?
Well, we actually put together a calendar. So every single day of the week, you can find the free things. So, for example, on Mondays, you can do Mosh Mondays where it's buy one, get one half off entry. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are dollar movies at Cinemark or Regal Cinemas. On Wednesdays, you can go to the IKEA Kid Club for free. You have to register in advance. And literally every day of the week, you guys have free stuff in every part of the city. So, I would take advantage of the library programs because it's AC, there's reading, which is key. Downtown, I just took a tour of your makerspace you've got the exhibition area and then all these areas where kids can do stations of activities. And the coolest thing is you have that green screen. So the kids could come and do their own kind of show, and then with the app, you put a different background in. You can spend the whole day here. So
yeah, I was walking through the makerspace yesterday, and it just looked like a summer camp down there. There were kids at every single station. They have these new little circuits where you can kind of learn coding, which is interesting. All the technology, the 3D printer, everything they have down there is just, people walk in are really surprised that this is in the library, which is really cool.
Yeah, and all completely free, which is totally amazing.
Yeah. People are just finding out about it, I think, too.
I think so, yeah.
Which is great, especially in the summertime. Such a good place. You can go to the children's department and then come down and have some hands-on activities.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite branch of the Jacksonville Public Library?
Well, not to be biased because we're here, but definitely the main library because the children's section is so fun for the kids with the alligator, the area you can sit on, the theater, the boat that you can climb on. But not only that is all the resources you have right here in this kind of square. So you can go to Hemming Park in the kids area under the big old oak tree and read books in the shade. You can walk to Sweet Pete's, and they've got over-the-top candy toy shop. And you can go up there and play with puppets and walk around, and you get a free ice cream scoop on your birthday.
Aww.
Right next door to you guys is Mocha, and they have their new creator space, so it mimics the art exhibit, and then the kids can kind of do activities there. That little space is free. So, coming downtown is just the coolest thing to do, and what a lot of people don't know is that you've got the free parking.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
right.
Is it for an hour?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I think it's a free parking in the Duval Street garage. You just get it validated. You bring your ticket with you, and you get it validated at the circulation desk on the first floor. So, yeah, free parking downtown in the garage for if you come to the library, and then on the weekends, all the meters are free.
Yeah, completely free all day long. So
you can completely book your summer Saturday
Oh-ho.
downtown at the library.
Party downtown.
Fun for First Coast Kids was involved in the Jack's Book Fest earlier this year, too. What did you think of the Book Fest?
Yeah, it was so exciting to have this in Jacksonville. There were so many kids and so many adults, and there was face painting and storytelling. And, we each had booths. The authors had booths so the kids could talk and interact with the authors. And I went to the Miami Book Festival this year, and that was amazing with all kinds of children's activities. And that's in its 32nd year. And I just hope that we can bring that huge level of funding. I mean, they blocked off the entire 8 blocks of downtown Miami for this book festival. And so I'm hoping one day it can be as huge here. I know this will be just the 3rd year coming up.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have just done a great job. And I really want more and more and more families to come because it's such a celebration of reading and authors, and really shows the kids that they can be authors too. So
yeah, for sure. And it definitely fosters a great sense of community.
I agree. Yeah, getting all those authors of different genres all in the same building is really cool. And especially with the newest edition of our local author collection that we debuted at this year's Book Fest was really a special moment. I think that was one of the coolest things that I saw here was when all the authors were taking pictures of their books on the shelf and stuff like that. That was really special.
Yeah, definitely. And you mentioned encouraging kids to become authors too. As a mom and as an author yourself, how do you think we can do that more?
Well, I think just giving the kids an opportunity, so my daughter, at her school, they write books, and it's just little short things, and you just gear it towards their age level. So, it might have some words already written and they can just add pictures, or you can write maybe 3 sentences. But she would come home with these themed books for Thanksgiving, and by the end of the year, I would say, "You've written 10 books, and I've only written 1 book. That's amazing." And just making it so fun for them. She loves the fact that she's, in quotes, written books. So it's just so fun. And then people, when I do book signings, their kids will come up and be like, "I'm writing a book." And, I say, "Tell me about it." She's like, "Well, it's about this, nature thing. And then there's a unicorn and blah, blah, blah." And so they get really excited. So
that sounds like a great book.
I know. Nature and unicorns.
Would read that.
Yeah. Put it in the collection.
Yeah,
right
for
now.
sure. For sure.
Sign it for me.
Fun for First Coast Kids was recently present at Southeast Branch's summer learning party. How was that?
Oh my gosh, that was the party of the century. There were disco lights all on the walls. There were some awesome snacks, which was key for the kids.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Can I try some?" They're, "No, this is my snack." And then they had a karaoke party, and they had real microphones, and the kids were dancing and trying to sing. And then you sign up for your library program, and you get all your goodies. And then there's coupons inside, so we want to go back. Dailies was one of the coupons in there. So the kids loved it, and we were ready to leave and they're like, "No, we're not ready, we're staying." So
fun.
Thank
Love
you
that.
for doing all of that. I mean, you really encourage reading.
Yeah, this
gosh,
year's
we're glad to
summer
hear it.
learning theme is Libraries Rock. So we'll be having fun dance parties like that all summer here at all the libraries, especially the closing parties are the last week in July. So they'll be doing it all over again at the end of July. But yeah.
Yeah.
And did you guys sign up for the summer reading challenge?
Now, what's the challenge?
It's they're wanting you to read for 15 minutes every day, and then you log your reading on the app or the website, and you get prizes for when you achieve the goal of 6 hours of reading over the summer.
Yeah, so we've started, and here's the thing, parents. If you can get your kids to get excited about reading and they really want to, mark off their minutes, then you can sit and read. And I don't know if other parents are like me, but I hadn't read a book in probably 5 years. I'm embarrassed, except my own, which I've been writing for 5 years.
Right.
And we all sat together and were reading, and they were quiet. And my little 4-year-old, he can't read, but he flips the pages. And
Aww.
It's so cute. I didn't know that you could tell them to go sit and read, and that's what they teach them in VPK. And so we all read, and I actually read a whole book.
Wow. That's an
amazing.
achievement.
Yeah, there
for
you
sure.
go. Busy
Yeah.
mom,
Right.
busy,
Jeez.
working mom. That's
Yeah.
an achievement for
That's
sure.
pretty incredible.
I was
Yeah.
like, this is awesome.
So what is your family reading this summer?
Let's see. We are reading, I don't know. They have all these books that are, the level 1 reading. And so my daughter will read to us, which is also key when that happens because you can kind of rest your eyes for a minute
Right.
at bedtime. I read a really scary book, and I had to get up and stop in the middle of the night. I'm like, I'm really scared.
Oh boy. What was the book called?
It was, I can't remember what it was called, but it was about a woman who got married and then her husband kept her prisoner.
Oh.
So I was scared at night. I was like, is this happening to me? I don't know.
Right.
And then my son loves Paw Patrol books. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Paw Patrol is key these days.
Yeah, super
Yeah.
cute.
Super
I love it. So we ask this at the end of all of our podcasts, but we'd love to know, what did you want to be when you grew up, when you were a kid?
Well, I mean, all from the beginning, because we had gardening growing up at our house. And then, so my dad was a gardener, his mom and my great-grandmother, who we knew until we were 21, they did gardening. So I always grew up in nature and just always wanted to help the environment. And I wanted to do the Peace Corps, and I didn't do it, but I'm still going to do it one day. And so that is what I did. I worked in the woods and did fire, and literally with my bare hands with fire took care of nature. So I loved it. And I feel like I'm not doing it now, but with this book, and as I go and talk to people about the book and I'm reliving it, I'm really helping people. And then with our website, helping people learn about nature and get out into nature. And even now, there's a property that's in my book that's being threatened to be developed again. And because I have this book, I can, say, look, this is to be preserved forever. Let's all go out and hike it. So I'm kind of still helping, but one day I definitely want to be back in the woods every single day in nature, like cold or hot. That's just where I like to be. So
That's awesome. So you're kind of encouraging that through your book and through the stuff that you guys are doing now. So it still translates.
Absolutely.
Yeah, still something.
Yeah, totally. Well, that's an awesome goal. We've had a blast talking to you today. Thank you so much. We hope you have a great summer.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Terry.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and hope everybody gets out on adventures.
Yes. Adventures.
Adventures.
Summertime.
Woo, woo.
Woo! When I think of adventure, I think of Scott Hassel, your dad.
I want everyone to meet my dad because I think he's hilarious.
Your
and
dad is so
super cool. Yeah.
Forestry wizard.
Yes. I mean, he was the forester for Eglin Air Force Base for, 32 years?
What?
Yes.
I haven't done anything for 32 years.
Well,
Yet.
Hopefully on the path
Yes.
to achieving
I hope
that
so.
goal.
I hope so. That is my goal, is to achieve anything for 32 years and also to be Scott Hassel.
I mean, it's kind of a big goal of mine as well to be Scott Hassel. I mean, the man is amazing.
Didn't your dad, wasn't he like the savior of an endangered species or something?
Yes, he was on like erosion control for that area, and actually the work that they did with that got a specific fish off the endangered species list, and he got this really cool award at the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. I went to go.
He's an
I went with
American
him.
hero.
He is. I mean, they should have a statue.
They should.
Scott Hassel somewhere.
For sure. In Niceville.
In Niceville.
In Niceville,
yes.
where it's
It'll be
always
the only
very
statue
nice.
in the entire city. There are no statues
Scott
in Niceville.
Hassel.
Just of Scott.
American hero.
Yes.
That was so much fun learning about summer fun.
I know. I'm ready to go to Mosh. I'm ready to go
yeah.
hiking.
Black Rock Beach, Boneyard Beach.
Boneyard Beach.
Both of them.
I want to go there.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures. Is that like the trendy place that everyone takes pictures on
It's
those like fallen trees?
Like everyone's engagement photos are taken at
yes.
Black Rock / Boneyard Beach.
Okay. I thought it was some big secret. Now I know.
But it's also a great place to bring your family, bring your kids,
Right.
hunt for crabs, hang out. It's
So
a good
fun.
time. It's
So
a good time.
fun.
And also have some fun at the library this summer, y'all. Read some
Yes.
books.
Summer reading challenge, you guys. Everyone should be signing up for this. You get free stuff.
Free.
Hello. You could get a free book for reading, reaching your summer reading challenge goal of 6 hours of reading.
Free books.
Free books, guys. Chocolate,
That's
pens.
everything I love. Yeah.
Oh, and there's a chance to win a free iPad.
What?
We're giving away 3 iPads this summer. 3.
Can one person win all 3?
No, that's not
Okay.
possible.
All right.
Not
Maybe
possible.
next year. Maybe next year, y'all. But try to win 1 iPad.
Yes.
Just 1.
And you can sign up by visiting jackspubliclibrary.org/summer, which we
Yes.
will link to from our podcast page as well.
Make sure you visit Terry Mashore's website, Fun for First Coast Kids, and that's the number 4,
Yes.
fun4firstcoastkids.com.
And yep, they have a calendar. So if you're just like, hey, Friday, I got nothing to do with these kids, we got to get out of the house.
Yep.
Fun4FirstCoastKids.com. Check it out. There's all types of free things. Good. There's a blog. They tell you about, adventures they've been on and everything there is to do in Jacksonville. It's great.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
big friends of the library. And make sure you subscribe to our podcast. Leave us a 5-star rating.
Please.
No
5-star.
more, no less.
No less.
Well, more if you could, but no less than 5.
Definitely.
No less than 5.
If you want more than 5, you should just write a review, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Put
Be
your
like,
words on page.
I would give them 5,000 stars if I could,
Yeah,
but I
write it
can't.
out.
So here are 5. Thanks, iTunes.
So limiting.
So limiting.
But definitely subscribe, give us a review, tell your friends.
Yes, and you can learn more about our podcast at jackspubliclibrary.org/podcast. This podcast is produced by Brian Thomas, aka BT, aka Producer Brian. Goodbye.